Hey everybody, welcome back. Review a Day, episode number 190. I'm Leland and thank you guys for joining me. Do me a favor, head over to dampercast.com and check out episode number 39 of Dampercast. We did something kind of cool. A while back, I asked people to call our toll-free voicemail line and tell us secrets that they had never told to people, and that I would play them on the show and that we would pick the best ones. If you guys would actually like to call up and tell us a secret, my voicemail line is 866-808-0222. Completely toll-free. Call, tell us a secret. I'll bleep out your name. It's completely anonymous. So call and check out episode 39 because we played a couple and they're pretty fucking crazy, I'll be honest. Guys, the movie review I'm doing for you is Fantastic Mr. Fox, and this is the newest film from writer-director Wes Anderson, a really kind of a favorite of mine. Rushmore and The Royal Tenenbaums are two films I absolutely adore. I like Darjeeling Limited and Life Aquatic. I think the Sue Jorge soundtrack, the Portuguese Bob Dylan cover, not Bob Dylan, David Bowie, are better than the movie, and Bottle Rockets is enjoyable. His new movie, Fantastic Mr. Fox, is kind of a foray into stop motion. It's based on the Roald Dahl book about the Fantastic Mr. Fox, who is trying to, it's kind of a heist movie, really. The Fantastic Mr. Fox wants to take out these three evil guys who all have these farms, Bogus, Bunsen, Bean, and it's a lot of fun. We've got the voices of George Clooney, yes please, Meryl Streep, yes please, Jason Schwartzman, yes please. We got Wally Walodarsky, Bill Murray, a ton of great people that you've seen in a number of Wes Anderson films. You're gonna feel really at home in this film. And I'm not sure I could have loved the Fantastic Mr. Fox anymore. This is not an incredible film. This is not the most amazing end-all stop-motion animated film you've ever seen. It's not a game changer is the phrase I'm going to use. But I absolutely adored every single second of this movie. The movie opens and it's the book, and it really plays out like every Wes Anderson movie you've seen. But the Wes Anderson aesthetic so perfectly fits the Roald Dahl world that I really couldn't have been any happier watching this entire film. I remember seeing the trailers and being a bit apprehensive because I thought the animation looks kind of crude. It's very 2D, kind of that Wes Anderson look. It really reminded me of the Life Aquatic when they had the side cut out of the ship and everyone was kind of walking through a storybook. That's what Fantastic Mr. Fox is, and that aesthetic absolutely works for this film. I think all the voice performances across the board are terrific. I know they recorded all the audio together, like on a farm, and I think it really comes across. You can tell that there's kind of a spontaneity and a liveliness to it that I don't think you would get had they recorded it, separately, individually in booths. The animation I was worried about, but the movie opens up, and I will say I was a little taken back at first. The movie is, I think, kind of aggressively crude. I believe they shot it at 12 frames per second as opposed to 24, which is pretty standard. But there is something to be said about stop motion animation. The fact that these models exist, that these little tiny sets exist, that I could reach out and touch them, is something that CG cannot do. As great as the CG looked in District 9, as great as those aliens looked, they didn't look real. And I think there's something to be said. I think it's the difference between like MP3s and listening to vinyl. There's a presence, there's something about it that I can't even express, a je ne sais quoi, maybe, that I think is absolutely terrific. And the fact that someone took the painstaking time to move it just a tiny bit at a frame at a time and take a picture, move it, take a picture. There is something in there that CG, that computer animation, will never be able to replicate. It really is terrific. And I think it's so great to see a director who isn't a stop motion animator. I mean, Tim Burton produced Nightmare on, not The Nightmare Before Christmas, but he's never really directed it. We're used to seeing the Henry Selick's and, the Aardmans, these guys who do stop motion animation. I've never seen just a regular director take it upon himself to do it. And I think it is absolutely a blast. This movie is funny, it's sweet, and I really think it's one of my absolute favorite films of the year. I'm not gonna lie, I give Fantastic Mr. Fox a 5 out of 5. I know, I couldn't believe it myself, but I was smiling from ear to ear the entire time. This movie gave me joy that few films have this year. 5 out of 5. Guys, head over to dampercast.com and I'll see you guys next time.